Going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we've got a full series review here of the Road Safety World Series Legends Series, which has officially been completed. If you don't know the result, I'm about to spoil it for you. We're going to go right to the end here and just show who won. And they've also now won back-to-back titles in the league as well. It's only been going for 2 years, I believe. Actually, a bit longer than that, I think. So, forget I said that. I'll edit that out. But the Indian Legends, they have gone back-to-back in the World Safety Road Series, whatever you want to call it. I think it's better if we just call it the Legends Series. That's what I'm going to refer to it as just the Legends Series. Of course, if you don't know what this league is, it's just essentially just a bunch of retired, legendary ex-cricketers who play in this league to promote road safety and for fundraisers and stuff like that, which is really awesome. For that reason, and for the reason that we get to see all of our childhood heroes, or maybe people you didn't get to watch as a child, put on the pads again and either go out there to bat, bowl, field, run the drinks out, like you get to see them all do it again, which is, it's kind of wholesome to see all these legends back out there and still loving and enjoying cricket like they did when they were 18 years old. So we're going to go through it. I don't think I'm going to go through every game, obviously, but I am going to obviously go through every team and just show you kind of who was playing for everyone and go through some of the big results. And I've also got the most runs, the highest average, who took the most wickets, the best economy rate, who took the most catches, the most sixes. I've got all them stats here with us, so don't worry. We're going to be covering all of the statistics in this video. We're going to jump straight into it here. Let's get into it. The Road Safety Series. Obviously, the first match, well, you had to go with the defending champions, Indian Legends, against the South African Legends, which is pretty cool. Indian Legends, you got Ojha, who I believe made a lot of runs this tournament as well. So, I mean, you'd love to see that. The skipper, you get to see the great man, the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, back out there. Mr. IPL himself, Suresh Raina, he's only been retired for about 2 months, but he's already in this series. As you can see here, he made a nice 33 off 22 as well, which is inspirational. And the man Stuart Binney, not out for 82 off 42 in the first game. That's just him winding back the clock for the man Stewie. You had Yuvraj Singh in the team. You've obviously got Yusuf Pathan, who hit a nice 35 off 15 here as well, with 4 sixes. So that's just Yusuf Pathan going back to his old ways as well. The rest of their team, you've got Manpreet Goni, Ifran Pathan, of course, Munaf Patel, Rahul Sharma, and of course the other Ojha brother. I don't, every time I say their name, people get angry at me for saying it wrong. But, whatever. I give it my best shot every time. South Africa Legends, let's just go straight into their entire team. Right here, they had Andrew Puttick. I don't know who that is. Morn Van Wyk. I don't know who that is as well. Alviro Peterson, Jacques Rudolph, Henry Davids, Jonty Rhodes, of course, the captain, one of the GOATs right there for South Africa. Johan Botha, who obviously, he actually became an Australian citizen a few years ago as well, so interesting there. Van der Wath, Eddie Lee, Intini, and Garnett Kruger. So, look, if you guys know all the players there, then a big shout out to you. I only know about 4 to 5 players on that South African team right there. I actually want to have a look at the Indian bowling as well. So, pretty much everyone bowled as well. I mean, Suresh Raina bowled 2 overs. Pathan bowled 3. Munaf Patel obviously bowled 4. Rahul Sharma, damn. I mean, Rahul Sharma, 4 overs, 3 for 17. That's actually my type of bowling right there. So look, India Legends did take this first game in a high scoring account. But as you can see, it's no surprise to see why Team India is the big favourites and was always probably going to win this tournament. I mean, you just look at their team and how strong it really is. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We've got Bangladesh versus the West Indian Legends, which, gee whiz, I mean, Bangladesh got bowled out for 98, which is a little bit embarrassing, but I know, obviously, the skipper, Shardat Hossain, I know who that is. Abdul Hassan, I think I know who that is as well. Nazimuddin, I believe I know who that is as well. I'm just trying to remember their names. So I don't know too many of the Bangladeshi legends. That's my bad. That's my bad, really. But I do the West Indian legends. I mean, a lot of legends on this list. Let's go through it. Dwayne Smith. Hey, Dwayne Smith, that's a legend right there. Dave Muhammad. You got Narsingh Deon Ryan. I think I got that right. Kirk Edwards, the skipper. Danza Hayat. William Perkins. Who else is in their team? They had Marlon Black, Devendra Bishu, Krishma, I don't know who that is, and I don't know who that is, and Darren Powell! I didn't even know Darren Powell could still roll the arm over. Wait, is this the guy I'm thinking of? I think so. Hold on. Yeah, no. This is definitely the guy I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. I just had to look at his stats for a second. You got the great man Darren Powell, who I think they just said he was like 45, which, time really flies, because I feel like I remember watching him, when I was growing up and just thinking this guy's, a freak. Just a little nostalgic memory coming back to me there. So, look, the Windy Legends there. We can have a look at it here through the England Legends. Let's have a look at the England team right here. Malloy. I have no idea. Darren Maddy, Dimitri Mascarenas. We all know who that is. I just can't say his last name. Chris Schofield. Ian Bell was the skipper. Chris Tremlett. Matt Pryor. Phil Mustard. The man Phil... Okay, I didn't mean to click on him, but the man Phil Mustard was there. Tim Ambrose. Timmy Bresnan. Ricky Clarke, who... No relation here. Nick Compton, Stephen Parry, and these other guys. So I think I went through South Africa as well. Yeah, I mean, look, South Africa also had Varone Philander, a part of their team. So no AB de Villiers, which is actually a little bit weird, because I would have loved to see him compete in these sort of tournaments, but you can't get everything you want, I guess. And now we're just I think we've got about 2 more teams to go through, and then I'm going to skip towards near the end and just go through some of the big results in the game. You've got the Kiwi Legends here, Sri Lanka. I really want to have a look at Australia, though. Okay, we'll have a look at New Zealand first. Let's have a look-see. New Zealand. Where are we at? New Zealand. Come on, where are we? New Zealand, here we go. Anton Devashich, Jamie Howe, Dean Brownlee, and the skipper, recently retired, Ross Taylor, of course, who is one of their greatest cricketers of all time. Did not bat. They had Neil Broom, Gareth Hopkins, Jason Spice, Hamish Bennett. Don't know who that is. Scott Styrus was there as well, and James Franklin. So, look, a bit of an interesting build-up here. I mean, they completely destroyed Bangladesh again. It just seems like Bangladesh just having some troubles in this series, which is a bit of a shame. But look, I mean, someone has to lose, don't they? So I'm sorry, Bangladesh, but I guess it has to be you. Where are we up to? So we've gone through New Zealand. We've got Sri Lanka. Did Australia play Sri Lanka at any point? Here we go. So it did get abandoned, but now we can have a look at both teams at the same time. Here we go. So the Australian team is probably, in my opinion, was the second best team put together. Maybe I'm biased, but look at this sort of team, Brett Lee, Brad Hodge, you got obviously Brad Haddon, Stuart Clarke, the skipper, Shane Watson, Cam White, Bryce McGain, Callum Ferguson, Jason Frazier, Nathan Reardon, Dirk Nannies, who I thought was South African at one point, but maybe I'm wrong there. John Hastings as well. Good to see that the big fella, John Hastings, is healthy because he had a big health scare a few years ago, so it's good to see. Alex Doolan, Chad Sayers, Ben Dunk, and George Holland-Smith. Now, I'm going to click on his name, and okay, where are we? So this guy does not have a profile, George Holland-Smith. Now, you guys might be thinking, who the actual F is this? But if I'm correct, this is an Australian football player who just happened to be on the tour. I have no idea who this is. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, he used to play Australian football, and suddenly he's playing cricket for the Australian Legends. I have no idea how this happened, but we're just going to pretend he didn't. And we're going to move on. Let's have a look at Team Sri Lanka now. No, that's Team South Africa. That's my bad. Where's Sri Lanka? Where is Team Sri Lanka? Come on, you're really effing with me now. You know what? We're just going to go to... We've already seen that. We're going to have a look at Bangladesh, Sri Lanka team in a moment. We're actually just going to skip towards the semi-finals because this is what matters. You know, the finals is what matters. It's where their competitiveness comes out the most. And I did happen to watch a few of these final games. You know, they were on quite late at night here, but was able to catch them. So Australia versus Indian Legends in the first semi-final. India did happen to take the chocolates in this one, in a close one. I did happen to tune in to quite a bit of this game. It was incredible. Honestly, these cricketers, you know, may be, you know, pushing 50, but they can still damn play cricket at the highest level. There's no doubt about it. The Australian Legends, Shane Watson, Alex Doolan, Ben Dunk, I mean, that's quite good, solid there. Cal Ferguson, Nathan Reardon. That's a bit high for Nathan Reardon to be batting, but never mind. Cam White, 30 off 18. Brad Haddon, 12 off 8. So, I mean, that's a pretty solid effort. You have a look at the Indian bowlers. Rajesh Pawar, who took the wickets? Mithun, 2 for 25 off 4. Yusuf Pathan took a 2 as well. So, look, I mean, a pretty balanced game, in my opinion. I mean, the game went down to the last over. They had 173 to chase down to get this W, Team India, the Indian Legends, and there was no one else who was going to start them off than Naman Ojha. Now, again, I might have said his last name wrong. I probably did. But let's let that one slide, please, for God's sake. Naman, I mean, he made 90 off 62, 7 4s and 5 6s. You know, I wasn't someone who was able to grow up, you know, watching him and his brother really, like, I don't remember a whole lot of him and his brother, to be honest. Obviously, I remember their names, and have known who they are for a while, but this is probably why. I mean, he played 1 test match, 1 ODI, 2 T20s, but you look at his first-class record here, he averaged 41, Jesus Christ, in 100 games. He averaged 32 in List A cricket, was pretty solid in T20 as well. So it just shows how good, even if you're an amazing domestic player, it doesn't always translate into the big format that you can always hope. But no, it is cool to see him. And you know what? He probably feels good about this, coming out here and dominating the entire tournament. So big ups to him. Sachin Tendulkar, well, he went for 10. Suresh Raina at number 3, gone for 11. Yuvraj, 18. Like, I mean, Indian Legends got saved by Irfan Pathan and Naman. I mean, if neither of these two put on as many runs, like Irfan Pathan, 37 off 12, 2 4s and 4 6s. He was just telling the fielders to go and fetch every ball late in that game, and secured the win for them. After seeing his brother go out, he said, I've got to come in and avenge my brother. And he just started tonking everything over the bar. He literally, like, 4 6s, 2 4s, a 308 strike rate is just absurd. It doesn't matter if someone's bowling to you with one hand, like, that's still that's a solid effort right there from the man Ifran Pathan. And they ended up taking the win here. So, as you can have a look, have a look at the Aussie bowlers. Watto took 2, Frazier took 1, McGain took 1, Reardon bowled Sachin Tendulkar. So, he'll love that for the rest of his career. Nathan Reardon. And just on Nathan Reardon, how many international games did he play? Because I'm willing to say it was almost 0, to be honest. He might have played a few T20s. Yeah. I was correct. I was absolutely correct. He played 2 T20s. He had a high score of 4. Oh, brother. He didn't bowl, so that's probably why. But he did play a lot of Big Bash cricket. Played a lot of, obviously, first-class cricket for Adelaide, I think it was. No, Queensland, my bad. So, obviously, just having a, I actually really like doing these sort of things because I'm able to click on, all these people's profiles and just see what a lot of players' careers were about as well, which is always fun to see. So we're going to jump down here again. Here we go. Hold on. One moment. One moment. So the second semi-final was Sri Lanka, the Windies. Do I even want to check this out? Sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look. Who did the damage here? I see up here. Kulasekara. That's not even how you say his name. I said it wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. Jayasuriya, Tilkaratne Dilshan. This Sri Lankan team is probably one of the best teams as well. Paranga, Chamara Silva, Jivan Mendes, another De Silva, and then Kulasekara. I always get his name wrong. It's impossible. The Windies, look, Dwayne Smith. They obviously had Brian Lara, one of the absolute legends himself, Brian Lara, playing the skipper. He went for 17. That's a bit upsetting. Dion Ryan, 63. But other than that, they didn't really get much. The bowlers, let's have a gaze here. Tilkaratne Dilshan bowled 2 overs and took a wicket. What? Jayasuriya, 2 for 26 off 3. That's nice. That's what he does, though. And Kulasekara, again, said his name wrong. Don't care. 2 for 26 off 4. So, obviously Sri Lanka then find themselves into the final to play off against the Indian Legends, who obviously beat Australia to make it to the final. And as we showed at the start of the video, the Indian Legends did end up defending their title, going back-to-back in the Road Safety Series, which, you know what, people can say that this series doesn't matter. They can say that it's all just for fun, it's not that serious, but these are former professional athletes. Like, you don't just lose that competitiveness. You don't just, just go, oh, we're just going to play some cricket, I don't really care. I can tell you now, every single player on that field was locked in to their prime. Like, they were playing like it was the World Cup on the line. Yeah, it was good to see, because you even seen some of the big fellas, diving for balls on the boundary. And it's like, man, you're 55. You're going to break a bone if you keep diving for the ball on the boundary. But, dedication, I guess, to the craft. So, Indian Legends, they were into bat first. How much did they make? 195. And you know who they had to thank? The man himself again, Naman. 108 off 71. Get this, he hit 15 fours. That's ridiculous. And 2 sixes. So a strike rate of 152. A pretty tempered innings. Imagine if half of those were sixes. He would have made 140. But just winding back the clock, isn't he? This is someone who's saying, you know what? I may not have, had the international career that I wanted, but just being on this big stage in front of Sachin, Suresh, Yuvi, both the Pathan brothers, this is a big, just to prove to everyone that, look, hey, I've still got it. I still got it, and I've always had it, sort of thing, which, is wholesome. I'm happy to see for him. The man Sachin Tendulkar, though, He went for a golden duck. That's not what you like to see right there. Suresh Raina, he went for 4. So they were in trouble. And then, well, the Lord himself comes to save the day. Vinay Kumar, 36 off 21. Yuvraj Singh, 19. Patan, 11. Yusuf Patan, a duck. Stuart Binney, he makes 8 off 2. So, look, 195. They only had one man to thank for all them runs. Obviously, 100. You make 108 in any T20. You're the man to thank. And let's have a look here at the bowlers. The Sri Lankan bowlers, Kulasekara, 3 for 29 off tree. Jayas Haraya, it's not great. They didn't bowl Tilkaratne Dilshan in the final. That's a bit upsetting. I wanted to see the man Tilkaratne Dilshan roll the arm over again, but that's, yeah, so be it. Javan Mendez, none for 19. Okay, so Gunaratne, I mean, he made none for 14 or 14. It's all right. I mean, they bowled enough. They bowled well enough, obviously, but making 196 against a quality Indian Legends bowling attack was just going to be an uphill battle from the get-go. Munawira, 8. Jayas Araya went for 5. Tilkaratne Dilshan, the skipper, went for 11. And at that moment, they knew they were fucked, essentially. I mean, as soon as you lose Jayas Araya and Tilkaratne Dilshan, you're in trouble. You're in danger. Taranga, I mean, look, makes 10. Gunaratne makes 19. Javan Mendez, 20. You know, they get the man Jayaratne down the order, makes 51 off 22. I mean, man thinks he's Chris Gale. It was a nice innings, but if he could have stayed out there, they would have had a chance probably. Udawate, 26. But look, too little, too late. Indian bowlers were obviously too good. And who took the wickets? Mithun, 2 for 27 off 4. Vinay Kumar, 3 for 38 off 3.5. Okay, Vinay. Rajesh Parwar, 1 for 37. Binney, 1 for 21. Rahul Sharma, 1 for 15 off 2. And the man Yusuf Patan, 1 for 21 off 2. So, hey, India, they defend their title, the Legends. So they go back to back in the Road Safety Series, which is pretty cool. As you can see here, it says player of the series was Tilkaratne Dilshan, which is awesome for him. And then player of the match was a pretty obvious one for the man Naman. So, hey, we're going to jump into the most runs here now and have a look at all the statistics here. We're only going to look at like the top 5, top 10 of each. So you got Ojha, who obviously dominated. I don't know how he didn't get man of the series, but whatever. 266 runs, an average of 66. Not bad. Shane Watson, yes sir! Nice. Good on you, Shane. 239, average 50 essentially. It's my type of batting, actually. The man Dwayne Smith, average 53 in 4 games. Okay, respect to the man Dwayne Smith. Tilkaratne Dilshan. I mean, he had a good series, but I don't know if this warrants him getting man of the series, but whatever. Ben Dunk, Binney, Doolan. I mean, you can read all the rest of the names. I'm not your reading teacher, so... Hey, I mean, Ojha, Watto, and Dwayne Smith, and I guess Tilkaratne Dilshan, kind of the standouts for the bat. The highest scores of the tournament was obviously that man Ojha. Tilkaratne Dilshan made a ton. I missed that. Munawira, Ojha again, Watson, Binney. So, I mean, look, Smith made 2 scores in the 60s. Doolan made a half century. Haddon made a half century, not out. Tilkaratne Dilshan again. So, look, you get the gist of what really happened this tournament. I mean, Ojha, Dilshan, Watson, probably the 3 standouts from this entire tournament. That's definitely what I'm getting from all the information that we're reading. The most ducks. I forgot I clicked on this. So, the most ducks was Nazimuddin for Bangladesh. He made 3. Oh, brother. He played 4 games and had 3 ducks as an opening batsman. Oh, that's not a good look. And then the rest were just, just 1 duck tail enders, so that's fine there. All right, we're into the most sixes now. And the man, Shane Watson, 14 sixes. I mean, he still is built like a brick shithouse. Like, he can still send the ball to Jupiter if he wants with the bat. He's a tank. He's an absolute tank, isn't he? He's still Shane Watson. And honestly, I'm ready to, Aaron Finch, I love you, but I think it's time to let Aaron Finch obviously ride off in the sunset. And I'm bringing back the man Shane Watson to open up at the World Cup, I tell you that. He looked awesome. The man, Oja, again, he hits 10 sixes. Ben Dunk hit 9. Dwayne Smith, 8. So, again, Binney, Patan, Doolan, Van Wyck. I mean, you're kind of getting the gist of who were the best players for this entire tournament. All right, on to the bowlers. Kulasakara, or Kulasakara, whatever. He took 13 wickets, which was a clear standout in front of everyone. J.S. Araya took 7, Parry 7, this guy 7, Rahul Sharma took 6. What about Australia? Do we have an Australian take any wickets or not? Oh, here we go, McGain. He took 6. Hey, shout out to the great man, McGain. But again, I mean, J.S. Araya, Kulasakara, not surprising up the top there. All right, best bowling figures through the tournament was J.S. Araya. He bowled 4 overs, 4 for 3, and took 4 wickets. Bro, this man made 4 for 3 is insane. And he did that against England as well, which is so inspirational from J.S. Araya. That's what you love to see. I love that. Johan Boda, Sonny, Kulasakara, obviously, Johan Boda, the man Parwa, you got Rahul Sharma in there as well. So, look, some pretty good bowling figures all around. Into the most catches here, we got Tilkaratne Dilshan. He took 5 catches. Tendulkar took 3, so it's good to see Sachin in the statistics. Ian Bell down there as well, took 2 catches, whatever. All right, the last category is the highest partnerships through the tournament. And it was the man, Moona Weera, and that man, Tilkaratne Dilshan. A 208-run partnership against Australia. That's not a good look for us, but that's okay. Because in next was Shane Watson and AJ Doolan. Well, the man Alex Doolan, 130. Dwayne Smith and Lara made 120. Ojahar and Vinay Kumar made 90 together. Benny and Patan made 88 not out. So, again, you get the gist of what happened this tournament. It was a tournament that was dominated by a lot of Indians, a few Australians, and a few Sri Lankans. I think that's kind of what you get from the tournament, is that it was dominated by India. I mean, they won the they won the tournament. They had the most runs getter. They had... wait, let's go back to the bowling stats. Who was their best bowler again? Was it Vinay Kumar? Oh, no, it was the man Sharma. So, Sharma did take 6 wickets. Yeah, so Sharma, Mattoon took 6 as well. Ojahar took 6. Well, that's the other one. That's the other one. Vinay Kumar as well. So, look, I think a tournament dominated by the Indian legends, which probably shows why they won the tournament. I mean, look, the sort of team that they put together is ridiculous. I mean, I don't think anyone's surprised that they won this tournament at all. But hey, that will officially cap off the Road Safety Series review, the full series. Hey, shout out to the Indian legends. Shout out to everyone who puts this series together, because seeing all of our childhood heroes, going at it again years later is honestly awesome. So, a big props to them. And hey, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see everyone in the next one.